Tax foreclosures have existed in the United States since soon after the formation of the federal government. Local governments depend upon local property taxes to fund their activities and pay the government expenses. They need a process to collect those taxes from property owners. Washington State is one of the states that holds tax foreclosure auctions. One of my former students, Bob Schumacher, now instructs at my workshops. In this video segment, recorded at one of my workshops in Canada, Bob describes how young Canadian investors bought 40 acres of land in Washington State for only $4,200. For more information about investing in tax foreclosures, go to my website, www.Ted.Thomas.com.
This was all preceded by a seminar in Edmonton. And your typical audience, as you look in this room, there are not many 19-year-old people in this room, but there were 3 guys in that room. All of them were either 19 or 20 years old. And I'd let it be known to everybody there that I was going to go to that tax sale. I said, hey, if anybody wants to go to that tax sale, I'm going. You can tag along. Those were the only people that took me up on that offer. And so they showed up, drove across the border with a bunch of cash, and had to entertain the customs people for an hour or two and while they sorted all that out. But they just looked at it all as a challenge. They like tweaking the nose of authority sometimes, and so it was just all fun to them. Well, remember the rules of the sale, that 60 minutes is all the time you have to pay. So, and then there's a second auction. In the first auction, they didn't buy anything. They were really more interested in observing. But there was a guy, the tax sale was held in the lobby of the courthouse. And it was an area about the size of from here over to the curtain, and maybe twice as wide. And there were about 40 people fit in there. And as Linda had mentioned, you have that many people, they're not all bidding. There may be 5, 6 people were regular bidders, a couple of people there to bid on one property. But there was this one guy, he was probably about 25 years old, had long blonde hair, and he was bidding for someone else. I think he was bidding for somebody from Phoenix or someplace like that. But these young guys called him Surfer Dude. And he got there early. He had some of these big maps, 2-foot by 3-foot maps, and he spread them out on the floor, and he took about 1/4 of the lobby. And all the other people had to, crowd over there because he got there early, took up all that space. And he was bidding on property, some of which apparently he hadn't looked at or hadn't investigated properly. It wasn't his money. He was bidding with somebody else's money. And he was confusing the treasurer because there was a verbal bid. Opening bid, $2,200, $2,300, $2,400, $3,000, $4,000. Well, Surfer Dude would say, "I'm in." "You're in. You're in how much? What's your bid?" Oh, $5,200. He was kind of disrupting the whole auction. Turns out Surfer Dude bought a driveway. And he bought, I think, a house that was falling down or something. Then he bought 3 nice properties. Well, he finds out, I don't know how he finds out afterwards, in that 1-hour window, but he discovers that there's 2 properties he really doesn't want. So he goes up to the treasurer and says, I'm going to pay for these 3 properties. The treasurer says, "No, you don't. You pay for 5 or you pay for 0. And I think he got on the phone with his sponsor, and the guy said, "You need to walk away from this. I don't want that driveway." So we had a re-auction. And these guys bought 40 acres. On the right-hand picture, they're standing on their 40 acres that they bought. Wow. Paid $4,200 for it. Oh. That's quite a deal.